start us off.
All right. Hey, Coach, how you doing? All right?
What's up, Tom? How you doing, buddy?
How was the week of practice leading up to Nebraska here?
It's been good. It's been good. You know, kids are excited and ready to get back on the grass.
Hey, just talk about, I guess the secondary in general, Coach, the safeties in particular, how you would assess their play this year so far.
I think they're getting better each week. We growing. We're playing a couple of different guys, and they're just getting better each week.
Is there anything you guys can do? You think you need to bring more pressure? That the defense only has one sack the last 3 games, one takeaway the last 3 games. What do you think you guys can do to maybe increase both those numbers?
Well, I don't know if we need to bring more pressure. I mean, I think you're playing certain teams, and we're making game plans to try to stop what they do. And sometimes these interceptions, they run in streaks. First couple of weeks we had a lot of them, and the last couple of weeks these quarterbacks they've been pretty good with the ball. And actually we had one last week, and got, because of the penalty, got taken away, and we almost had another. So football tricky that way. Sometimes the ball fall in your hands, sometimes it don't.
And what do you think of those 2 Nebraska quarterbacks? They like to run the ball, McCaffrey and Martinez. Just talk about some of the issues that they're going to pose for the defense.
Well, I think they're 2 excellent players, and they both can run their offense at a high level. And, interesting enough, we didn't play quarterbacks like that at Illinois, and Northwestern's quarterback had the ability to run. And, obviously last week with Rutgers, their quarterbacks had the ability to run. So, we didn't face running quarterbacks, but these 2 quarterbacks really, they present a unique challenge.
Hey, no Derrick Barnes for the first half on Saturday. Talk about the loss of number 55 for those first 30 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, you got Barnes gone, you got George gone, but, it's like anything. Every team going through their issues. This is a tricky year. I mean, you got COVID going on, guys missing their coaching staff, missing players. So, it's just the next man up. So, guys ready to go. It's their opportunity, and Derrick will be ready to come back in the second half.
Thank you, Coach.
Jay Clarm.
Hi, Coach Poindexter.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Good. Just how weird has this year been? As you mentioned, you're dealing with COVID, you're dealing with other things. Just how's this? This can't be a normal year that you've been accustomed to, right?
No, look, it's not just at Purdue. It's nationally. You think about, the kids getting tested every day, the coaches getting tested every day, just the routines of how we got to do things. You got virtual meetings. There's a lot of different stuff going on, but it ain't like it's in one place. It's countrywide, and the pros having to deal with it, and college having to deal with it. So you just got to adapt, and I think the kids and everyone doing a good job of trying to adapt to the circumstance.
You mentioned that interceptions and turnovers kind of come in waves, but how many missed opportunities did you have last week? It seemed like your defense got their hands on a lot of footballs in the air last week. Was there like 2, 3, or 4 chances to get picks? It just didn't happen.
Yeah, exactly. You got to finish the plays. We had a couple. Like I mentioned before, you had one that we had and it got negated because of a penalty. But like I said, our kids playing hard, man. They playing hard. They're getting better each week. They've locked in on the game plan, and we're just trying to get better each week.
Will you have Marvin Grant this week?
Thanks. Yeah, Marvin be back. He should be back this week.
And will he also play on special teams?
I don't know about that. You have to ask Coach Biaggi on that one.
All right. And just I guess how do you solve some of the third down issues that your defenses face and not being able to get off the field? What kind of focus has that been this week?
Well, I mean, we do the same focus every week on third down. We practice it hard. We try to practice the plays that we think the team's going to run. And now we just got to execute and get off the field when we can, we got, just make the plays and the guys in the right spots. Like you said, we had a couple of tip balls and, if we can just make a few more plays on third down and get off on third down, it'll slow some of these drives.
All righty. Thank you.
Okay, Emily.
Hey, Coach.
Hey.
So what issues from last week have been identified and were addressed this week during practice?
What's that?
What issues, from the game last week on the defense, have been identified and were addressed this week during practice?
But, you know, every week in every game you have issues, but, you know, just got to do your job, you know, and play the defense that's called. And just a couple of things here and there that, you know, we got a guy here or got a guy in the right spot, you know, the play might be different. So, but that's every week in football. So, you know, you just got to minimize how many corrections you have on tape on Sunday.
And what are the plans to get off the field faster? Let the offense get on the field more.
Well, I don't know about we're just trying to stop them from scoring points. You know, if it 14-play drive and they kick a field goal, you know, or, you know, 3 and out, you know, you just try to play defense. You got to try to make stops, like you say, on third down. But, you know, I don't know if we got a plan to say we're going to try to get them off faster. You know, that's the plan every time we play football is try to have 3 and outs. But it just don't work out that way all the time.
And Coach Brom talked about being able to make adjustments and overcome adversity during a game. What has the defense been focusing on what adjustments are being made and what adjustments are being focused on? I
think the kids been taking the adjustments at the game and trying to apply to the game that we've been playing in. So each week it's a new issue. You know, the coaches from the other teams come up with new wrinkles, so we just have to try to draw it up and, you know, try to stop, you know, what they're trying to do to us. But, I mean, it's just football. You know, you try to game plan, you get in game, and you just try to, you know, adjust as you can while the game unfolds.
Thank you.
Okay, Dakota, do you have anything?
Yeah, Coach, just one for me. Do you see a lot of similarities with the mobility of the quarterbacks between Greg Schiano's offense and Scott Frost?
Yeah, it's a lot of similarities. I mean, a lot of these offenses like this nowadays, you know, it's race for space, you know, zoning one way, quarterback pulling the ball the other way, and they're still running routes. So we familiar with this style of offense, and so it won't be new to the kids seeing it.
Did that bode well for you in practice this week, kind of seeing something similar out of the quarterbacks? I know Langen ran the ball a lot for Rutgers, and Nebraska will probably try to do the same, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little different style. They you know, Rutgers had a little different style with that Langen in the game. But, yeah, it's all similar. They're going to try to – everybody got tape. We got stuff on tape that people are trying to attack as well as they got stuff on tape that we'll try to attack. So, we'll see. They got good quarterbacks. Their quarterback's going to run. So, we got to be prepared to stop them and stop all the other stuff that they do well as well.
Thanks, Coach.